This call will be recorded.
Good morning.
Is it?
I know. I'm pretty sure it's around there at some point.
Fair.
I'm expecting you to call my bluff every single time I send you a text.
I almost texted you last night and be like, you ready? Let's do this.
Listen, go for it. Try calling me. I'll outbluff your outbluff.
No, I don't like talking to people. I ain't gonna do that.
Actually, that would have been wouldn't work because I didn't watch the Hulu one till this morning, so.
The movie's like 2.5 hours long. You waited to watch it till today?
Listen, it's because the Friday, or the one on HBO didn't come out till Friday, and I was like, I definitely want to watch that one in the middle. And it's like, just kept pushing stuff back. I was like, I got time. And it got to like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh fuck, I gotta watch that movie. So then when I text you, I was like, I'm like, I'm ready to go. It's like always like a reasonable amount of time, a buffer. I'm like, if he's ready to go, I'm ready to go, I suppose. But I'm really counting on that hour and a half to do absolutely nothing with. You know how I roll.
Kinda. I'm learning.
Well, I mean, you have a better understanding than most, so
Fair.
I feel like we're in the zone now.
It's not my fault. Like, I fucking
just been staring at the fucking wall like Blair Witch shit.
I mean, I have been just on I just watched a 23-minute dash cam video.
Of what?
This dude just being an asshole.
You are wild, my friend.
He was just like, one, crazy how much he was just vaping the whole time, just hitting that vape until he was coughing like crazy. I was like, you're doing this all wrong. But then it was just like, I don't know, it was like in Seattle and he was going somewhere and the exits were closed. And he's like, you motherfucker. And he just cut off. And he ran through all of it and he was like, oh no, I'm in a parade route now.
Nice. Fucking nice. How do you just find these things?
I don't know. It's just on Reddit. Shit happens. I don't know.
You're amazing.
Basically, I think I might be depressed.
Oh, yeah. Are you sure about that? Doesn't sound like anything that would cause.
Well, like,
would be
that was
depression.
That's like kind of like maybe it's just what. But then I'm watching The Walking Dead, so like I know something's wrong with me.
Wait a minute, are you rewatching The Walking Dead or like the other 15 series that have spun off?
I quit watching The Walking Dead in season 3. That show was bad.
Yeah,
so I'm starting over from the beginning.
Yeah, season what?
I'm on season 3 right now.
You're the worst.
I am. I know.
Stop. Have you been watching Into the World Cup? Like, other countries come into the USA?
I've seen clips. I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever.
How
it's
fun
cool
is that?
Yeah, it's cool when you see the fun stuff, but then you're not here for all the other bad stuff.
Listen, we may have a shit sandwich, but some other people might get delight out of it a little bit.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Did you see they closed the Strait of Hormuz just got closed again? So, we're cool.
Listen, all that's just all the shit that's always going to happen. But the fucking looking pool in fucking Washington, D.C., that shit.
Yeah. Did you see the picture of the guy who did it?
That's exactly what I saw like 10 minutes ago. I was like, there's no fucking way it's the real guy. Like, this
he looks like a fucking Dick Tracy villain.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's the sleaziest, like, any anime or cartoon villain character, that's the guy. That's the guy all of them were based on. Like,
he's got the cigar, the big overcoat, the mustache.
It's the dudes from Rocky and Bullwinkle. The villains from both of them. Him and his wife, I'm sure. Oh, it's fucking wild, man. Of course I trust that guy to just paint the fucking ridiculous.
I'm glad I pay taxes, let me tell you.
Well, stop paying taxes. Fuck them.
We should.
Welcome, friends and family, to random number 211. I'm Ox. Over there is Luke, and this week we watched How to Make a Killing on HBO, No Other Choice on Hulu, and Wild at Heart on the Criterion Collection. And that's where we're starting, with some good old David Lynch.
I forgot we watched Wild at Heart.
You would. You absolutely would. Nicolas Cage in his finest Cage action.
Is it? We got Face Off. We got Con Air. Those are great Nic Cages.
This is definitely middle of the road Nic Cage.
This is like, I feel like this is like home base for Nic Cage.
Yeah.
You know, it's like kind of like I'm doing an Elvis accent. You know, we're doing stuff.
This is kind of what spawned everything else. Like, I could totally see that. Like, this is where it just...
Plus, this is really early. This is 1990 when this came out.
Yeah. And I mean, you get the fucking David Lynch, the Twin Peaks vibes. It's like...
which is what this is what he did between Twin Peaks season 1 and 2, basically.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah, like, you get those vibes. And it's like... halfway through... I was like, do I like David Lynch? And then the second half is like, oh, yeah, he's fucking weird. I get it. I still like him. But, I mean, there's some that needs to be taken with a grain of salt for sure.
There's, so when I first saw Mulholland Drive, I was like, this is the best shit ever. What else has this dude done? And they're like, Wild at Heart has Nic Cage and Willem Dafoe? Yeah. And I watched it and I was like, I don't think I like David Lynch. I'm okay. And I have not watched this movie since then. So I haven't seen this movie in like 25 years.
William Dafoe showed up and I was like, you know what? I like it. I like this William Dafoe. And then it's like, he just keeps going. I was like, I don't like him. I don't know.
Yeah. I had not seen this movie in 25 years, but I put it on the other night and was watching it, and like Hannah sat down and was watching it, and like I was just like, wait till Willem Dafoe and his teeth show up. Like I just remembered the teeth for 25 years.
I'll never forget those teeth for another 25.
They're all gummed up.
It's the best, creepiest, greasiest Dafoe I've ever seen.
It's disgusting. And he's just like, you wanna fuck me?
The fact he just walks up, he's like, I'll have some Jack Daniels. It's like, yeah, that checks out for sure.
And like, his name's Bobby Peru, and I can't tell if he's supposed to be Hispanic in some way.
I feel like this movie was made at the perfect time where just a lot of shit slid. But even when you get to the end, when he when he has to apologize for calling them homosexuals, I was like, 5 seconds before that, I was like, we made some bad turns. I hate it. No fucking thanks. And then he wakes up, he's like, I'm sorry for calling you homosexuals. I was like, you know what? Good on you. Good on you, Lynch.
Yeah, when the F-bomb dropped, I was like, oh, what was the 90s?
Oh yeah, pulled back teeth is like, ooh, this is how we're ending the movie? This is where we want to be when Jesus shows up?
But also, there's a part where he's just like, hey baby, let's go dancing. And it cuts to them at a fucking speed metal show doing roundhouse kicks. And then he has to fight for his woman's honor and then sing Elvis in front of everybody.
This
kind
movie
of fucking rules.
Is something else. Jesus. So Nic Cage and his woman are just, you know what? They're heading to California. They're just going to live their life out.
Well, let's pull back for 1 second. This movie starts with a manslaughter. Like the opening scene. Is just Nic Cage being accused of fucking his girlfriend's mother and then murdering a man.
You know what? If you've watched any David Lynch, you know how this movie is compiled, and it's just it's a mind fuck of first hour for sure.
Well, the first hour is just like it's weird. The whole movie is kind of like this like play on like 50s nostalgia in movies. You know, it's just like, oh, he's the rebel, but he has a good heart, and the good girl and the mom doesn't want him to be together, and they're going to road trip across America. And then there's the car crash scene where, they find a woman dying and like everything just shits the bed after that, where it's like, no, this is real life. And now there's a pregnancy and everything sucks and they're falling apart.
For the most part, I didn't have fucking the mom covering herself in lipstick on my bingo card for sure. That was fun. And then coming back and be like, oh yeah, I love that guy. I don't want him to die.
But we get Harry Dean Stanton in it, being all hangdogging. God, I love him so much.
He's so good. You really get those emotions where he's like, he knows this situation's fucked, and he's like, you know what? I'm sticking around. It's whatever.
I love this woman. I'm gonna stick around. I know it's bad. And then you get the goddamn Laura Palmer's mom from Twin Peaks does some weird like fucking voodoo witch thing and kills him.
The fucking Wizard of Oz shit was over the top.
Also, like
when fucking Laura Palmer shows up, like Good Witch is like, "Hey, your girl's trying to do good by you. Maybe stick with her." You know what? You're fucking right. Sorry for calling you homosexuals. And then roof stomps like 13 cars. It's like, you're not getting away with that. What are you doing?
It's fine. He had to sing "Love Me Tender" to her.
So fucking weird, man. It works.
Also, there's just like
David Lynch.
There's this weirdly when I was watching it, I was just like, did the guys who did John Wick watch this movie? Because like all of a sudden there's like Hitman who paid in silver coins. And there's the weird Mr. Reindeer character who's just taking a shit on the phone while women are naked around him. There's a lot of weird things.
It's very gratuitous. Lynch. And man, when she threw up in the hotel room, it's like, no.
Did they just let it? Let's clean it up.
We have to get rid of it. Like, have you ever been around puke? Nobody does that. That's gross. Get out of here.
Just pick it up. Come on.
Ugh, so gross.
You're going to be parents. Get it together.
Oh, man. The fucking, wow. Defoe's exit, though, top notch.
The head pop off.
But I mean, you get. I don't think we've seen it in many movies besides like Baby Driver, where he actually does his time and then comes out waiting. And it's like he did that twice in this movie. It's like, and then meets his son. Oh man, this movie's a fucking. It's David Lynch.
It is
unquestionably.
It's on the lower end of Lynch for me, but we had to knock it out. We had to we're almost there.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, when you put it in the lens of David Lynch, it's like, yeah, I get it. I'm glad we watched this and Straight Story in the last few weeks, so not so bad.
We're almost done. We'll get there, and I think we'll finish Lynch by the end of the year.
Hell yeah. So let's go on to How to Make a Killing. There's a kind of, I'm going to say neat through line with these three movies.
There is a weird, like, like when I watched No Other Choice and then this, I was like, there's some resonance between what these stories are trying to tell. Some do it better than others, though.
How did you like the movie?
Not particularly well.
Is it because you hang up on the leading man?
See, I can hate Glen Powell, but if you put Jessica Henwick in something, I'm in. So, like, you give me Colleen Wing, I'm there. You can't fuck with that. No, I think the movie is kind of, like, fun and wants to be kind of subversive for, like, 30 minutes, and then it just kind of just gets dour after that.
Yeah, when we see Ed Harris, it's like, I mean, we had some fun, but now we just,
but it's just like,
threw it in the trash.
I don't know, man. Give me more fun than just like, oh, I poisoned this person again with a thing that, in taken in large quantities, will kill them. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I actually have to kill someone versus just squirting something in their juice.
I mean, he was real bad at it, though.
And then, like, I don't know, man. And then you get like Margaret Qualley's character is just like a really like reductive gold digger character that doesn't, Jesus. Sorry, my cat just jumped on top of the fridge.
It checks out. It's weird because I kind of was just focused on Powell for the whole movie. Like, I trying to figure out why I enjoy him as an actor, and he has this weird subversive charm where he can just turn it on, but most of the time it's mostly blasé.
Yeah, he doesn't really do anything, and like I don't know, man. Like,
no, you're totally on because it's the movie. The movie's trying to work around him, and he is just telling what happened, and it's super boring in that regards. But like, there was plenty of fun. It felt long in the teeth midway through, and then it just kind of was like, okay, we get it. You did all this stuff to get this fortune, yada yada. But
and like, if you wanted to do like the quote unquote subversive ending of like, yeah, he chooses the money's there at the end, and that's what he has, and it sucks, but he got what he wanted. But like, then you have to make the choice be that like his fiance doesn't leave him. He leaves her to go to the money. If you want to go down that path of like money, corrupt, and all that. But he doesn't have a choice, right? She's just there at the end, and she's like, I know what you did, I leave. And then the other one's there, and he's like, well, I guess this is what I'm doing.
I don't know, I kind of like I think that worked a lot better because it's like, well, I kind of fucked all this up, so now I've got to deal with my consequences. And it's like, it could be worse, but I mean, you had it a lot better.
It also is weird that, like, I don't know that if I saw somebody I hadn't seen in 30 years, I'd know what the fuck they look like. But when she walks in, she's like, oh my God, is that Beckett? Oh, it's you. Like, how the fuck do you know?
Yeah,
he's now 6'4" Glen Powell. Last time you saw him, he was 11 years old and weighed 12 pounds. Get out of here.
Every moment she was around, it just seemed like unnatural for sure. But, no. But then we get to shoot Ed Harris with fucking arrows.
Also, I don't know that you would... how that self-defense claim would come across.
I mean, he was shot in the arm, so...
right, but also, how would you not know that, like, I don't know, everyone in this man's family has just died in the past 10 months, and you show up here as the sole living heir. But no, he tried to kill me, not the other way around. It was self-defense. No, maybe Ed Harris was shooting at him in self-defense.
No way. I would have absolutely played that up and be like, he probably murdered everybody because he was trying to get this inheritance that he obviously already has. I don't know. The whole angle is so weird, but...
I wonder, I haven't seen it, but this is essentially a remake. It's an old Alec Guinness movie that's based on an old book about essentially the same story of like the mother leaves the family and he would have been like a duke. So he starts killing all the family to get the royal lineage to come to him. Oh. And, maybe they just didn't transpose it the right way.
They really fucked up the translation of 300 years worth.
But, like, because, like, you should, like, I don't know. These people all suck, but not in a way that I'm just like, I'm glad they die,
Yeah, no, they were, like, genuinely charming, and it's like, that's fun. You don't like deserve the one what's coming, but it's, the artist was the one
right, the artist, where you're just like... Where you're like, cool, he's pretentious and he's probably sucks, but like, does he deserve to be murdered?
Or the fucking uncle that fucking actually came through and was like, hey, let me take care of you. It's like,
or the one you're like, yeah, the aunt sucked, but she had adopted 11 children from foreign countries and given them a life they would have never had. Like, the worst one, I'll give it. The first one deserved to die. He did Papa Roach at karaoke. Just get out of here. Also, it's weird that just when they're just like, he was on the swim team and he drowned. That's crazy. I'm like, no, he had an anchor tied to his fucking leg. He didn't drown.
It checks out. Also, it's weird that he was in it for money. I would just ransack the place and just walked out with a big bag that had the money sign on it. Because
right after, right before he kills the guy, that literally just dumps a money bag out the helicopter. And even then, like, they don't get to that point of like when the priest is talking to him and he's just like, so you had a fiance and you were making a ton of money and you still weren't happy. They never really like get to like why he still does what he has to do.
Yeah. Oh man. It's a little washy, but still, it was a fun time anyway.
But and then like, I don't know, I kind of just bump up about the part where like the mom's just like, don't stop until you have the life you deserve, which is to have more money than anyone should ever have in their lives. And like, no, fucking, like, get out of here.
Nope, I'm comfortable. I'm loving it. I have this crazy, awesome apartment in New York City, so we're good.
Also, apparently this was shot in South Africa.
What?
Just a weird thing where, like, I just pulled up the wiki when I was looking at some stuff last night, and it was just like, it was shot in, like, Cape Town, South Africa. I'm like, why? This movie takes place in New York.
Yeah.
I get you don't want to shoot in New York, but shoot in Canada? What the fuck are you doing in South Africa?
Wild. Awesome. Oh, that brings us to the last one. No Other Choice on Hulu. And the weird through line is like, well, when is enough? Like, what do you do for your or how are you going to accomplish getting what you want? It's like, it was weird with Wild at Heart because they're just on a road trip running away from the mom. Fucking How to Make a Killing was knocking off your family to get inheritance. And then this is just trying to have the same life you were accustomed to.
Right. It's the idea of, like, the sad reality of a lot of things of like most of who you are as a person is tied into your job, and if you lose that, what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, you see the old structure of the family breadwinner where he's taking care of everything for 25 years. They own their house, which is unreal in these times.
They don't own their house. That's why the mortgage is. He bought the house. He's still paying on it.
Fair. But that timeline kind of doesn't work. But like that's not an issue whatsoever. It's this more of a when he started knocking off people that could be
better than him
at this job that he was vying for, which is so wild to me. But fuck.
Just when he's just like, no, there are, like I create a fake company to see what everyone else's resume is.
What is crazy about that point is like, oh, you're just gonna make your own company because it seems like a reasonable thing to do at this point.
No, and it's just like, no, I must know who's better than me and then murder them. And like, there's a few weird points. There's a lot of weird points in this movie, which is fine. It's a Park Chan-wook movie. Like, that's what happens in his films.
Mm-hmm.
But there's shit where it's just like, when he kills the second guy, just leave him on the side of the road. Why you take him home? What are you dragging bodies home for?
Throw him off a fucking cliff. You're right there.
You're right next to the ocean, dog.
You do way too much work to make them into a fucking origami plant.
Yeah, there's very Hannibal vibes on that part.
It's so weird that the bending the wire and then the kid seeing the foot. I was like, oops. But also, I would have just sold all those 30 phones that he had stolen. Because that makes the most sense.
Yeah, that kid knew it was up. Steal phones.
Steal phones, get money. And buy things. Fucking wild, man. Did you like the movie?
Yeah, I did. I think it's a little long. Mm-hmm. I think we could have got to where we're doing without so many side digressions. Like the first guy he goes after, like you learn so much about that guy. And then by the time you get to the third one, it's just like in and out that day,
Yeah.
Also, why did he bury the third one?
Just so he wouldn't struggle when he
Like made him vomit,
yeah.
but like you could have just tied him to the chair.
Yeah, but if you puke when you're drunk, like if you throw up, like
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
As an old functioning alcoholic, I understand what can happen. But he also had saran wrapped around the dude's mouth. He was just gonna choke on it regardless. It's just weird that he's like couldn't do that in the house. He's like, nope, I gotta go to the yard. I gotta dig a 6-foot hole and bury him up to his head. A lot of
work in the middle of the night.
Right, and then dig him back out.
Fucking wild, man. And then to just be the watcher of robots at the end of the movie, it's such a weird twist.
Right, well, you get like that through line of like when the company's first bought at the beginning, and they're like, you're gonna have to lay off these people, and he's like, that's like putting a gun to their head. I can't do this. Then he literally gets a gun and starts killing his competition, and then at the end be the only person working there. Like there must be, even at the end, he's like, there's got to be one guy who does it, right? The AI system needs one person. That can be me, right? Let me do this.
Man, this movie goes to places that I wasn't expecting for sure. But yeah, it definitely has those old boy vibes.
Well, it's the same director.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I think if you have seen any of his past movies, you know what you're in for. And you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I just remember when
surprised.
I just remember when we were living together, and fucking was it Mel and Lisa were so big into like Asian culture, and I was like, I got an Asian movie we can watch, guys. And I threw on Old Boy, and nobody had seen it but me, and everyone's like, what the fuck is happening?
That's for real. That's for real. If you haven't seen Old Boy, go and look at that one, because that'll fuck your mind up real fucking good. And a great hammer scene. Great hammer hallway scene. So,
which is the only reason I like tracked that movie down. I'd heard about the oneer with a hammer. Well, I need to see this.
Hell yeah. So what are we watching next week then?
Next week, let me pull my list out here real quick. Oh, okay. So next week is going to be weird. Okay.
Nice.
Because we're going to watch a movie called Psycho Killer on Hulu.
Sounds fun.
That I've heard is just fucking terrible.
Start off strong. Love it.
But then on Criterion, we're going to watch Repo Man, which we talked about a while ago. But Harry Dean Stanton movie. I'm all in again.
This isn't
the Harry Dean train.
That's not those same Repo Men that, like, they're not harvesting organs, right? Like a Repo.
No, that is Repo the Genetic Opera.
Yeah,
no, that is not this.
But there was a Repo Man with fucking Jude Law.
No, this is Harry Dean Stanton and Emilio Estevez. Okay, nice. So get on board.
I'm in. Fuck yeah.
And then on HBO, we're gonna watch They Will Kill You.
Ooh, this looks fun. I'm excited about that one, actually.
I've seen it already. I don't want to talk about it until we get to that point.
Nice. So it's got to be great if you're recommending it after watching it, or you just hate me. So we're definitely going to find out next week.
You can find out which way it is, but also, like, I'm trying to keep you up abreast of new releases this year. This came out earlier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So watch all that stuff, and we'll reconvene next week at the same bat time, same bat place, and we'll catch you later. Bye!
This call is no longer being recorded.